This is 7 National News, and in our top story. In his capacity as ruler of Dubai, the UAE Vice President and Prime Minister His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum has issued Law No. 25 of 2015, amending some provisions of Law No. 24 of 2006 on the establishment of the Dubai Foundation for Women. Under the new law, the articles defining objective, tasks and powers of the foundation and its administrative structure shall be replaced with new texts. The foundation's new objectives include reinforcing women's role, both locally and internationally, to narrow the gender gap and to achieve gender balance in different fields. The law will empower the foundation to propose legislation aimed at maintaining women's rights and to present initiatives and projects which lead to the increased involvement of women in all walks of life. New figures have revealed that there are now 347 candidates preparing to stand for the Federal National Council elections on October 3, including 78 women. According to a local newspaper report, the National Election Commission will await and judge any objections to their candidacy before they can begin their campaigns. 97 Emiratis were nominated in Abu Dhabi, 65 in Sharjah, 62 in Dubai, 42 in Ras Al Khaimah, 38 in Fujairah, 23 from Ajman and 20 from Al Quwain. Letters of objection can be delivered to the NEC between Monday and Wednesday. An appeals committee assisted by a judge and legal experts will weigh up the objections and report its findings to the Commission. The report added that rulings for which there is no appeal will be announced on Thursday, and the final list of candidates will be released on Monday next week, and campaigns can start the week after. Those who wish to object must provide the necessary documents and a non-refundable fee of 3,000 dirhams. The NEC has urged candidates to comply with regulations to ensure the process is civil. More than 63,000 seats for students in Dubai are expected in 27 new private schools by September 2016. That's according to the Dubai's Knowledge and Human Development Authority. Quoted in local reports, the authority officials said this would bring Dubai's private school capacity to reach more than 341,000 students in at least 196 private schools. It was added that the new schools should create competitiveness among schools in the Emirates, in turn benefiting parents. The KHDA also added that this will help in reaching the Emirates' goal of having 360,000 seats by 2020. Currently, 87% of the total available seats at Dubai private schools are occupied by students. Around 35,000 of these students travel from the neighbouring Emirates due to the improved facilities offered by Dubai private schools. The positive growth of Dubai's private school sector has been an ongoing trend. In the academic years 2011-12 and 2013-14, 18 new private schools provided some 19,000 seats, and in the last academic year, parents benefited from 11 new private schools opening their doors with a capacity of more than 25,000 seats. A total of 225 pedestrians and cyclists were hit by motorists in Dubai during the first 7 months of the year, killing as many as 25, according to Dubai Traffic Police. According to a local daily, the numbers were revealed after Colonel Saif Muhair Al-Mazroui, the Director of the General Directorate of Traffic at Dubai Police, distributed fluorescent green vests to pedestrians and cyclists earlier today, urging them to wear the vests in order to be easily spotted by motorists. Colonel Al-Mazroui also pointed out that the campaign comes after an increase in the number of deaths resulting from run-over accidents in 2015. Traffic police said that almost 200 cases of pedestrians being run over were recorded in the first 7 months of this year, the report added. As many as 20 were killed and 199 were injured, 25 of whom sustained serious injuries, 79 moderate injuries and the rest minor injuries. As many as 21 cyclists were also involved in road accidents during the same time span. 5 were killed and 16 were injured and 2 sustained serious injuries. Colonel Al-Mazroui urged motorists to be careful and pay attention to their surroundings while driving. Filipino expatriates in the UAE have expressed their concerns over the plans of their government to inspect boxes of personal goods sent home to their families in the Philippines. Commenting on the anti-smuggling campaign, the Philippine ambassador to the UAE, Grace Princessa, stated that the embassy is aware of the concerns among their community members regarding the inspection of balikbayan boxes, but such measures are planned to ensure that suspicious elements do not take advantage of these services. Filipino community members based in the UAE are concerned that the inspection campaign proposed earlier this week by the Philippines Bureau of Customs might include the possibility of some items being lost or stolen. It was mentioned that often these boxes contain clothes, bars of soap, bottles of cooking oil, packs of sugar, tinned goods and other non-commercial items. Reacting on the latest proposal, cargo companies catering to the Filipino communities said that customs officials are only after boxes filled with goods in commercial quantities which are not allowed in balikbayan boxes. According to some estimates, about 5,000 boxes are shipped to the Philippines from the UAE each month during the peak season of September to November prior to Christmas.
It seems to be only a proposal. I'm studying the issue myself, okay? So it's not written in stone. And I think even the higher authorities are already looking at it. It's not yet being implemented. And if ever there is really in our law something that says spot checking is done. And I know how important this is for our kababayans back home, especially in Christmas and during graduation. So I think even our president is already looking into the matter. So rest assured, mga kababayan, whoever is listening, Filipinos and the friends of the Filipinos, that our authorities are responsible about these matters. And I'm sure there will be a happy solution to this issue.
You see, our kabayan or the OFW is scared because of this news regarding for this Bureau of Customs. Actually, it's also a good advantage for checking all this incoming cargo going to Philippines, because some other cargo, it's supposed to be OFW will send personal effects only. So what we are doing now is just we have to make secured and then to make sure that all our kabayan will be safe and with self-confidence in sending the cargo by giving them the security, or just from our side we are giving some packing list wherein they have to put all their things on the list provided for as per on the things that they are sending.
To be honest, it's not fair for all of us Filipinos who's working here abroad, and we call ourselves as overseas Filipino workers who's trying just to give some small package for our family, just to show them that we're working hard here, and just a small box of some good stuff here that we want to send to them. So I don't think it's fair for us Filipinos who will shoulder the taxes of this box, especially if it's not non-commercial boxes. You can easily identify which one is for commercial and non-commercial boxes. So I don't think it's very hard for the custom people who can identify it. It's very easy.
A new paid parking zone has been launched in the Jumeirah Beach residence area, which is expected to ease the difficulties drivers face in finding a spot, particularly during weekends. The public parking at the mezzanine level of Murjan Towers has now been converted to a visitors' paid parking, which consists of over 300 slots. Located at the northern end of the JBR walk, parking in the zone will be charged at 10 dirhams an hour, while the first 15 minutes will be free of charge. Regarded as a hidden spot among most drivers that had used the car park, the paid parking system offers a new alternative to those finding it difficult to park their cars during the weekends. On-street parking remains free of charge. However, drivers should refrain from parking in areas clearly stated as no parking zones to avoid incurring a fine. And finally, there is good news for those passionate about the written word and creative writing, as the organisers of the Emirates Airline Festival of Literature have announced that the 8th edition of the annual event will now run for a total of 2 weeks. Scheduled to be held from the 1st of March to the 12th of March 2016, organisers are promising festival goers another world-class event which they believe to be a major attraction for visitors across the region. In line with this year's theme of time, organisers have been announcing a lineup of 12 participating authors each month. Among the renowned writers and artists fans can look forward to meeting in March include House of Cards author Michael Dobbs and 2015 International Prize for Arabic Fiction winner Shukri Al-Mabkhout, who will be attending the festival for the first time. More than 100 writers have confirmed their attendance so far. However, a full lineup of those confirmed will be announced in October. Commenting on the extension and expectations for the event, Yvette Judge, the assistant director of the festival, added that 12-day festival will offer a chance for visitors to interact with the personalities and celebrate the art of literature, and reflects the event's growing importance among international authors.
We were inundated this year with acceptances from authors, far more than we've ever had in such a short space of time. So we began to worry about fitting them all in. These are the international authors, but we also have our locally based writers to look after. So we felt that the only way forward was to expand the festival and just make it go on for longer and give everyone 2 weeks of fun. Our theme for 2016 will be time. So that's great. That gives us a huge opportunity to not just put the spotlight on the Emirates, but put the spotlight on history, on the future, on what's happening, medical advances, all sorts of things that come within that theme. And we have got some amazing names lined up to come and share that with us. Lots of poets, and also some big international writers. I think Michael Dobbs is a name that will be known to a lot of people, and at the moment House of Cards is very much in the news. And going back to when I was much, much younger, there was an original UK edition of House of Cards. So that's fascinating, because that theme has definitely continued through time and not changed.